Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good. Where are we going this week?
Crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, or is that every week?
As I say, don't you live there?
Sometimes. It's a fun place to be.
I don't know where we're going, so you watch, we'll wait here, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
There you go.
Bay's End Resort.
Is that a snake? Or is
Yep.
that a stick?
That's a snake.
I thought it was.
There was one right by the boat too when we
I
came
didn't see
down.
that one.
I know I didn't say anything. You wouldn't want to get in the boat.
Well, if one's not in the boat, I don't think so.
No.
That's, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's really worked that end of that island over. Oh yeah. That's the nice thing about that little protector that's on there. Yeah, I got deep there. No, that's not. Oh yeah, okay. Yep. 16, 18 feet. That wouldn't be bad. It'd be better fishing from that side. Now. Land the boats.
oh,
Run up through there. Actually, almost looks like it gets used vaguely. No, you had a good campsite set up there, though. Be able to set 2 or 3 tents, screen tent, all that shit. Back to the Fountain City Municipal Dock. I agree with what we heard. That's a pretty boat.
you saw that when we were down there. I remember that sign.
Oh, yeah. Howdy, folks. I'm Wes.
I'm Amy.
You just watched us go from La Crosse, Wisconsin to Fountain City, Wisconsin.
Yes,
What'd you think of that day?
it was a fun day. It was what, 2 locks?
Yeah.
Three
Three.
locks. Yeah, it was 3. That's right. But they were all small lifts, so they go so fast.
Oh, yeah, they do. And they're close together on
Yeah.
the Mississippi, especially the upper part there.
It was a
But,
pretty day.
Yeah, we. You didn't see. I didn't start the camera till the railroad bridge. It was already open. You had to get that open to come out of the marina there, and then back down out of the Black River. The marina where we stayed at was actually on what they call the Black River, but it's the Black River really comes in Lake Onalaska. They just use the spillway, the channel. For the spillway.
Yeah.
They call it the Black River, but whatever.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, we got to there along the Minnesota side there. Some nice bluffs.
Yep.
A lot of sandbars. Boy, Wouldn't
Yes.
everybody in Tennessee be jealous?
Yes, they would. Yep.
Tennessee River does not have a lot of sandbars.
No, and ample sandbars up there to just park your boat on and have a good old time.
Mm-hmm. And then we eased over to the Wisconsin side, went through at Trempealeau.
Yep. That's just fun to say. Trempealeau.
Then we get to go by Winona.
Yep.
Winona, Minnesota. And interesting fact, which this movie will come up later on, the Grumpy Old Men movies. I'm not going to tell you why it comes up yet, but anyway, this comes up in future videos. If you go back and watch whichever one that has, they were going to Oktoberfest in La Crosse. Well, they didn't film it in La Crosse. They filmed it in Winona. And after being there, you'd recognize the riverfront. That ain't right.
We might have to rewatch those movies.
We just might. And then, of course, we go through, so Dresbach, that was Lock 7. Then we go through Lock 6. Then we go through 5A. What's with that?
Because I don't know how to count. We go 5A, but then we just skip 23. So why count? I don't know.
Yeah, they put 5 in, and they decided that they needed another one between 5 and 6. So they built that one, but then they decided they didn't need 23 down a little bit north of St. Louis there. So anyway, and they got to see some dinghy ride excursions. We're terrible about shooting some of this stuff, but we're getting better. We went up because we stopped at the municipal dock. We tied up, made sure all was well, and jumped in the dinghy and kept going where the river turns off to port. We go straight, and it's about 2-3 miles up in there.
Yep.
To a place called Bay's End. I actually had a boat there, a 16-foot tri-hull, first boat I owned. I actually kept it there for a summer in a slip. But anyway, we went up there. We met some good old boys and ended up having 1 or 2 more landing drinks than we needed to have.
It was so early. It was okay. But we did have more than we were planning. We were just going to go in and have 1.
Yeah. Well, you just count the first one, or we had 2. The first one and the last one.
There you go.
I don't know what happened in the middle.
I lost track. I couldn't even tell you, honestly.
We didn't have too many. You were able to spot the snake.
I was.
The second one. I was kind of glad you didn't see the first one.
I don't like snakes.
I'm not real fond of them either.
But as long as it's in the water,
well,
I mean, that's fine. As long as I don't fall in the water.
That would be helpful, yes.
Yeah, I didn't, so that's good. I haven't yet, knock on wood.
Well, and up there, they're harmless snakes. It's not like down south where they can be water moccasins. Water moccasins can't survive that far north. So,
yeah,
you get that plus.
Still, I just don't like them.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't matter if they're poisonous or not. I don't like them. I have bugs flying around me.
They like you.
They do. I don't like them. Go away.
That's why I like you, honey. I'm the biggest bug you ever met. What else did we? A little walk around town there, and we had a little dinner at that bar and grill. And how was your sleep that night, honey?
It was not the best night of sleep that I've had in my life. I would say it was probably, I wouldn't say the worst, but I definitely have had better because, being at the city dock, there's no power, which is fine. We're used to anchoring out, not a big deal. And it was a nice, cool evening. So we didn't run the generator, so it was quiet. It was nice and quiet, which is what I like for sleeping. But then, I swear, we were 50 feet away, but he says it's more like 50 meters, so, but it felt like 50 feet. away from the train tracks, and they were right there, I swear. And with the hatches open and all the windows open, man, it sounded like it was right there, just running right through our bedroom every time it went. And they are not short trains, they are long trains, and they go fast, and they last a long time. It's loud. So, and it's about every hour, maybe hour and a half.
No,
it seemed like.
there's a lot of train traffic.
It's a lot.
The Mississippi's fairly unique that way, you know, with train tracks run along the river both sides. You know, we're not on the Mississippi here when we're filming this, and there's no train tracks. You know, we went under 2 train bridges that go across.
Correct.
Today, but.
Well, and even in the video when we were doing the dinghy ride, you can see the train in the background on shore. So.
Oh yeah, you see it. Well, yeah, you see when we pulled up too. You see how that we're not far. It's shore, and you got to walk. There's a trestle. You got to walk under the
train tracks.
Under the train tracks to get up into town. But so next week, let's see. What do we go? Oh, we go up to Lake City.
Lake Pepin, right?
Yeah.
On Lake Pepin?
Up on Lake Pepin, yep. Lake City, Minnesota. That'll be fun.
Yep, Lake Pepin is big too.
Yeah, and it's not formed by a dam. It's actually a naturally occurring one, where most of the lakes are pools formed by the dam. But you get to find out about that next week. So, in the meantime...
Cheers!